Hello everybody, Pokeslavs here with you today, and this is vlog from Stuttgart Regionals. A little bit of a change this time because Bella, am doing a voiceover for Matiz. Just because this video was filmed by me and it's a lot of my perspective how this weekend went, and since there was also a Comic-Con happening in Stuttgart this weekend, I thought I would tell you all about it and how successful Matisse was this weekend. So yeah, this is how we are out in Stuttgart. This is Halle 1, also known as where the Pokémon regionals were happening. This is the first thing that you saw when you come in the prize wall with all the Piploops. Piploop is Matiz's favorite Pokemon, so I had to show him that. Of course, we took some pictures with Kaya and Leon. And that was basically it for the first day. This was our hotel room. It was a huge throwback to middle schools and all the camps because the beds were all singles and we were sleeping in the same room, but it was okay. So it's regional, so we don't really care. We just want to sleep and then be as rested as possible because the boys were about to play. So at the beginning, they both did super great. Matitsu went 3-1, so 3 wins and 1 loss in the first 4 rounds. I was super proud of him. He was doing great. He was meeting a lot of Charizards, and because he was playing a Tera Charizard, a deck that he built himself, he was super happy. Me and Kaya went to get tickets for Comic Con, and then we watched some Pokemon Go, and of course check out how much the packs were on price war if we were doing some events on Sunday. And here we are at Comic Con. I must say it was actually pretty crazy because at Comic Con there were so much more people than at Pokemon Regionals. And if you've ever been to Pokemon Regionals, there is a lot of people, but here was like crazy. eBay Live was opening this Evolutions booster box. I don't think they got a lot of hits, but I couldn't watch all, so maybe that they actually got them. I just didn't see them. This is how the artist alley looked. Me and Kaya spent so much money. I got this glass people for my kids because I was super proud of him, how good he was doing these regionals. And of course, even at Comic Con, there was Eevee and all of the Pokemon. And this is actually the part when they started opening the evolution booster box. But like I said, me and Kaya couldn't stay for a full box. And the part that we were there sadly weren't a lot of hits. But nevertheless, it was super fun to watch that in real time. But yeah, like I said, there were crazy amount of people and a lot of Pokemon products. I got some of amazing goodies, especially with Kadabra and Alakazam, because if you didn't know, my favorite evolution line is Abracadabra and Alakazam. But when I was editing this video, I noticed that I was mostly filming how many people there were because, like you probably know, me and Matis are from Slovenia. That's 2 million country, and here it was crazy. I never seen an event so big, and of course, Teletubbies. I had to film them. Amazing cosplays, and then we were back and watching Matis and Leon play. Matis was here struggling because he had another win and a tie to win. Me and Kaya then went and check out some of the lives, and because we got bored again, we went back to the Comic Con. Now we were at, I think, the hall where all the Star Wars and dragon, no, not dragon, dinosaur things were happening. But we couldn't really move around because there was too many people. I know I'm mentioning that again, but I just still can't get over how much people there was in one place. But yeah, we had so much fun. We walked so much. We were so tired at the end of the day, but it was so worth it because we saw some of the amazing cosplay, some of the amazing variety of products, even in Pokemon and some other stuff. It was crazy how much of different things we saw that day. And I would do it again in a heartbeat because that was really an experience. And now, slowly but surely, we are getting on the end of day one. Here, I was watching our friend Henry play on live. He won the first one, but sadly, he lost the second one. So, on the end, he got a tie. And here is Matisse playing one of his last matchups of the day. And here is Les. He was waiting for his opponent. He only needed a tie to get to the day two. And luckily, he managed to get that. The opponent was super nice. And they both got into day two. And because Pokemon has something new, that is that you play the first run of day two on in day one. In a meanwhile, I went outside of regionals, still on the Pokemon side, and watched the cosplay competition from Comic Con with regional pass. You actually could do that, and it was amazing. I loved every second of it. And here is my Tizo placement on the end of day one. And so the first matchup of day two, Matisse and Leon were sitting super close and they were waving to each other. I was laughing so hard, but his first matchup ended in a tie. But he didn't regret it because he said the opponent was super cool and he loved playing it. And this is actually everything that I got from Comic Con and a lot more actually, but I just didn't film it. But yeah, I got a coin, I got some of Japanese packs, Matisse actually got some pulls from it. I also got the Zoroa and a lot of Alakazam goodies, but that didn't really matter because we had to be quick and go to sleep because day two is an early start as always. But before we went to the venue, we had to stop at McDonald's to get some breakfast because Leon and Kyle love McDonald's breakfast. And so, yeah, the sun was up and it was time for Matisse and Leon to play. Me and Kaya were super bored. I was testing right here my stabilizer that I just got, and here is Matitz playing his day two. It was super hard to film him that day because he kept getting in the middle of the table. Me and Kaya got these free pins from a really cool guy. He got me Solosis and Kaya took Pikachu, and this is Matitz's first win of day two. And here it is again in the middle of the road, impossible to film. Because of that, I also watch games played by our friends like Henley Brand, Kim Pobega, and actually here was Leon playing against Tort. So that was super interesting to watch. I was really happy for Leon. It was a very interesting matchup. But that wasn't all for this day. Now you actually get to see me play. I went to play, actually, I went to break in Sisterhood. I actually managed to win the first one just because my opponent also bricked really hard, but it was so hard to play. I don't know why. I keep shuffling my deck so much, but I just couldn't get to any Pokemon. I was playing Ceruledge, and yeah, it was embarrassing. But I managed to win one, so it wasn't that bad. I got some points for my win, and I went against so many interesting decks. Just so were 2 out of 3 decks I never saw before. But nevertheless, like I said, I got some points which were free. Surging Sparrows boosters, yes, I got with these points. They were sadly empty, but I got the points. And yeah, that was all for today. Matisse got 265 and Land was top 32. So yeah, not a bad for one regionals. Thank you so much for watching. I promise next time Matisse will do voiceover, but I hope you didn't mind me too much. Bye!